What is up guys, Max here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are talking about my favorite lens for my GH5. Now,
hey, it's amazing, the subtle games that you are playing, and you don't even know I exist, but you have got me on your head.
I have this whole thing about lenses. You know, everybody likes lenses. There's a lot of reasons why we like our lenses, and I kind of come to an epiphany at some point in my life. Small little story. So I shoot a lot of interviews for work. 2-camera setup, very simple. You know, a lot of people do it, but I always see interviews on TV, very professionally done interviews, and they always look really good. I'm like, why do they look so good? What kind of camera are they using? What kind of lighting? I was like, oh. Eventually, I found out that it was the lenses they were using. Now, for interviewing people, I use completely different lenses than what I'm about to talk about. But the whole point is, if you're going for a certain look, you may want to use a certain lens that gives you that look. Right, maybe you're shooting a documentary, and the documentary's set in the 70s, but you're shooting it in 2019. But how do you make your documentary look like it was filmed in the 70s? You don't necessarily have to film on a camera that was made in the 70s, but you may want to film on a lens that was created in the 70s and still has that 70s style look. So the whole point of this story is, one day I was poking around YouTube and I found this video, and it looked so pretty. It was gorgeous. You can watch it here. It was magical. And I was like, I got that camera. That's a Panasonic lens. That's the look that I want. That's the commercially look that I want. So, in doing so, I picked up the Panasonic Leica 42.5mm lens. And here it is. It is a beautiful lens that I absolutely love. It's considered a portrait lens, which is kind of nice. Off the bat, it has a clicked aperture, which I'm totally cool with, and it goes down to 1.2, which means it is very bright and low light and has beautiful background bokeh. That's one of the things I love about the commercially look. Number 2, it is just a native micro four thirds lens, which, as you can see, docks right to one of my favorite cameras, my GH5, and just like so. Very simple, very pretty. Now, I do a lot of handheld shooting with my GH5, which is pretty cool. Now, the GH5 is 5-axis internally stabilized, which means your footage will get rid of some of that shake. But what's great about the Leica lens is it has o.i.s, which means it is also internally stabilized. So I can turn that on and have like double smooth footage. So all the shots you're seeing now are all handheld shots. I was just like walking around like a garden situation and shot everything handheld with this camera and this lens combo. Now, shooting outdoors in bright light, at a 1.2, I did have to use a ND filter. I'll leave a link down below to what ND filter I was using for these particular shots. But overall, this lens has been a pure joy. Now, I don't like getting into the nitty and gritty detail. I really just like a look of something. But as you can see online, it says an 85mm, 35mm equivalent. This is something that you can read on your own. And for a lens like this, all the benefits that I get, it's not super cheap. It is a little bit over $1,000 US. But when I was poking around and I found the look that I liked, that was a small price to pay for the quality that I was looking for. Because two of my other favorite lenses, which are the Canon, oh my god, the thing fell off. Hold on. Much better. Which are the Canon 24-70 and 70-200. Yeah, it's 200mm. Yep, 70-200mm f2.8 both. Now, I do use these for interviews. These are my favorite interview combo lenses, like I said before. But to adapt them onto my GH5, I need like an adapter. And adapters are expensive, especially good adapters, and they don't work natively with the camera. Although these lenses are great, I highly recommend them. They're not cheap. Yes, the Panasonic is only $1,200, but this lens retails for, I think right now, like $1,600. And this one retails for $2,099 because this is the Mark III version, the newest one. So these by far are not cheap. And the 42.5mm on the Panasonic is absolutely gorgeous. Now, if you're like me and you like to shoot a lot of stock footage, just on the go, quick stuff, flowers, people, clouds, just simple stuff that you can put online to sell, this is one of my favorite combos. I screw in a little strap right here, put it around my body. The battery lasts me pretty much all day because it's my GH5, and the 42mm combo with an ND filter is beautiful. I use a variable ND filter because brightness changes and whatnot, but I absolutely love shooting at 1.2 for the really blown out scenes with the nice bokeh background and whatnot. I think it looks really great for stock photography. Now, if you're in the market for a high-end but somewhat low-cost lens compared to most, expensive lenses like the $2,000 70-200, this is a great lens to have in your arsenal. It's not made for every situation. It is a portrait lens. It does create great photos. If you're big into taking pictures with your GH5, your stills, I do a lot of still photography with this lens, and it's also what's really great. It's really small, so there's not much to do when it comes to packing it down and taking it with you. There's been a lot of occasions where I wear like pants with stretchy pockets or like something like that. I can just stick this whole lens in my pocket and like that. And what's great about it is another thing is like when I fly this lens on the Ronin S or something like that, it's natively controlled, which means I can control the focus without any extra gears or anything like that, which you can look up online and like do more research on, but it works really well. Now, I only like to review things that I personally really enjoy and I enjoy using that I feel like actually benefit me. Anyways, I really do enjoy this lens. I use it all the time. I always kind of have a fallback, and out of the cameras I own, this is probably my most go-to lens. And as you can see up close, there's a couple of little dents on it already. This is the lens that I use to shoot pretty much the majority of all the B-roll from my channel. Different like stuff, like the last video I posted of like the LED lights, all the B-roll of those lights was shot on this lens in my apartment, and because it's shot at 1.2, I can have low light in the apartment and it still like looks fine. Like the lighting here is plenty bright enough to shoot stuff indoors and not worry about like underexposure, stuff like that, which is a really great bonus. And as you can see, I did have a custom paint job on the lens cap, little label. This is 42.5 1.2 because I might forget what this is and have to see this label. People like to label things, and I was like, I'll probably join this club. It's fine. Anyways, overall, I think this is a great lens. There's not much more I can do to talk about it besides it's a really great lens. Now, worst case scenario, you rent it and try it out and enjoy it, or you buy it, try it out and enjoy it, and decide not to return it, because we all know the old Amazon buy and try and return thing people like to do. Sometimes it happens. But I will leave links down below in the description to this specific lens. They are affiliate links, so if you do purchase through those, I get a small commission at no cost to you, which is a great support for this channel and me continuing to make these dumb videos. And as always, I am Max. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for being a part of the channel. If you are new to the channel, feel free to like and subscribe. And if you're up for it, you can join my Discord. There's also a link down in the description where you can live chat with me and all the other people that have joined the Film It Discord to talk shop about animation, gear, random questions about editing. People ask stuff, I try to answer. And other than that, that's about it. So I guess I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
Hey, it's amazing, the subtle games that you are playing, and you don't even know I exist, but you have got me on your hit list. And you're conspiring, girl, you are sexual and bad, and now you got this on your conscience, because now I'm unresponsive. Run through the fire, I'll walk the wire, I would say shots through my chest.